Howdy, Possum Patty in PJs here, and welcome to today's episode of Come Halloween Journal with me. So this is the Halloween journal that I started the other day, and I didn't get very far yet, but I'm working on it. And I got an idea for a page. I have so many things. I have lists and lists of things I want to journal about. And it just takes so long I never get to it. But Linda at Linda D's Trashy Journals had sent me this set of Popeye cards, and I wanted to get them in the journal. And I thought, well, the Halloween journal will be a fun place to put these. And today, now this is a true story, I go for my keyboard lesson, and it's pretty far away, so I usually pack my lunch because the lessons are like around lunchtime, and I get hungry, and I have to have something to eat, and I always don't want to spend money on fast food. So I pack a lunch, and I put it in a bag, and Mr. Possum throws in a snack, and we bring some water, blah, blah, blah. So he grabs the bag and takes it out to the car, and I run out to the car, and we leave to go to my lesson. Halfway there, I notice that my sandwich is not in the bag. My sandwich was next to the bag. So here's the bag. Mr. Possum put his things in the bag, grabbed the bag, and took the bag to the car, and my sandwich was sitting right here, and he didn't put it in the bag. No problem. We drove up the street from the keyboard lesson, and we went to, guess where? Popeyes. And I grabbed some nuggets. So now I have some Popeyes packaging to put into my journal with Linda D's set of Popeye journaling cards and ATC and envelope. Nope, can't show that side, got addresses. And I was thinking, what else can I put on this page? And I have this large book of water spirits. And I like this page with all the oranges. And I thought this might be a fun background. So I think I'm going to cut this out. This is a very old Time Life Books series of the Enchanted World. And this was published when? I don't know. Let's see. Alexandria, Virginia. And it doesn't have a date. Well, I'm surprised it doesn't have a date, but I don't see one. And there are several in this series about witches and ghosts and things like that. Giants and ogres. I don't see a date. Anyway, I like this with the orange fish. I have an orange nuggets pocket. I have some things with Popeye on it. I've got pictures. I got pictures. This is my son when he was very young. And in the summertime, I sent him to Schooner School, a high school in New Haven, Connecticut. And the theme of the high school was Long Island Sound, marine biology, oceanography. So all the studies were centered around exploring the sound, and they had their own schooner that the kids went out and did studies on. And in the summertime, you can send your little kids there to go to a summer camp. And he had a blast at that camp. And here he is, steering the schooner. So, he's got an orange vest on. I have some more pictures, but I think I'll put this one. Alright, so somehow I have to design a page. So, first thing I'm going to do is get a razor and cut this page out and see where it fits in my journal. Okay, I think if I put it in the middle of the signature, I can get this much of the picture in. And I just love this. I don't know if I don't want to even cover it. That's my problem. If I use pictures I really, really like, I don't want to cover it. And I can somehow finish up the page with this bag and make a pocket. And make some cards to put in the pocket. I'm sure there were 10 ingredients in that nugget that I'm not supposed to have, so I will suffer for that, but I enjoyed them at the time because I'm sure they were not gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, sulfite-free. So this is a real mashup. I have this old book page. I have some happy mail from a friend with Popeye on it. This book page is about a Japanese folk tale about a water spirit. And of course, the Popeye's bag is about chicken, famous Louisiana chicken. And then the pictures of Popeye from the cartoon, Popeye and his spinach. Those pictures are from a spinach can. And that's another funny story. Linda actually raided her pantry and pulled the labels off of the spinach cans before she was ready to eat the spinach. So she said, any can that doesn't have a label, that's going to be the spinach, the Popeye spinach. Okay, I cut this nice and even, and I ripped the bag. I give it a little bit different of a look. I like the orange and the orange. And then what else I have? Oh, and I have a picture of my son when he was little at the helm of the schooner. And this is the Halloween book. And what does all this have to do with Halloween? It's just fun. Well, there's orange in it. And the story is about a water sprite. And nothing else goes with Halloween. But that's okay, because everything I do winds up being a smash book. I picked this part of the bag because it says Popeyes. Okay, I cut the tabs off the box. I'm going to make a pocket, probably right about there. I cut the Popeye off the envelope. I'm going to add them to the front because it says Popeyes. And these are the tabs of the box. I was thinking, that looks like a fishtail. I wonder if I could cut this. First I got to get rid of this. To look like a fish. A fish. What does a fish look like? Fish looks like that. That look like a fish? I could put a fin on the fish. put it here, make a little tab. Got this the same way, put it on the other side. Alright, let's see. What am I going to do now? I am going to should I sew this on? No, let's see. I think I'll just glue this on. And pockets, I like to use the Fabri-Tac for the pockets. So I will glue 3 sides. 1, 2, 3. Oops. 3. And this is going to go, see how there's half of a guy here, so I'm going to cover him up. Cover up half of the guy. I have to be careful because the page bends there. And I just got glue everywhere. Oops. Don't move. You can never tell sitting down how straight I am, or usually how crooked I am. But that looks good enough. I'm going to hold this down for a second so it dries. Well, I glued the picture down on the back of the Popeye, and I cut up the part of the page I trimmed off here. And I'm just going to add it like a little border. I just looked it up on the computer. Officially, it is the Sound School, but the camp is the Schooner Camp. I'll probably put this down with some tacky glue. I don't think I trimmed this, did I? No. Before I glue it down, I better trim it. Maybe like that. So I'm thinking about what to put on the journaling card. I'm going to use this one as the journaling card. So I'll tell my story on there. And this one, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that one yet. But I do have another picture. Oh, look at these crab legs. Mmm. So I put those crab legs on there. I'm going to cut these out and see how it looks. Okay, I did my journaling on the little card. Just left my sandwich at home. Stopped for nuggets on the way to keyboard lesson and the date. Popeye. I added my little trim. This is just where I cut off this page here. Cut out the crab claws because everything goes better with crab claws on it. Schooner Camp. Jessie at Scooter Camp. Should I write Jessie on there? I'm so bad about journaling. Jessie. This pen isn't writing very well. Should have picked a better pen. Jessie at Schooner Camp. I have no idea what that was. What year that was. And on the back of this one, I put Jessie on my friend Monica and her ex-husband John's boat. He ran up his credit cards fixing the boat and then took his girlfriend out on it. Oh, that's why it's the X. Anyway, I decided I need to put something funny on this one. And I cut this out from the bag. What's left of the bag? Fast. So I point it towards the boat. And then, because I was on the way to keyboard, here's a little keyboard. I could put that on there too. There's different instruments on here. Sax and a trumpet, and drums. But because I was on the way to keyboard, I'm going to put a keyboard on here. So who's fast? Well, I wish this was a little smaller. I'd point that right to his head. But I'll point it towards the boat. And just put the keyboard over there. And get my tacky glue. And the word fast. I was trying to think what I can put on that other page. I really didn't want to cover up that picture, but I could add something to it. That's too much glue. One little piece of bag. I should put it right over his face. You did not hear me say that. Okay, that one's done, that one's done. I left some room because I want to add something on there. Popeye, 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 Popeye can go in the Popeye pocket. Oh, Popeye pocket. I like that. Popeye pocket. Is this one? Ooh, that one just about fits in there. I can trim it a little bit. I'm going to cut this part off. I could round those corners. Okay, I'm going to trim this up. I was thinking bubbles. What about bubbles? Right? See these little bubbles on here? I could put some sparkly bubbles right there. Some bling bling bubbles. Now that's going to dry before I really stick it in the pocket, but it's going to go in the pocket that way. Popeye, Popeye, Popeye. We got lots of Popeye here. Popeye, Popeye, Popeye. So this side is set. Sparkly bubbles right there. This is my bubble die. And these are my bubbles. And then a couple of them make a perfect circle. That one does and that one does. So I was placing them around the page, and then I cut one out of the bigger punch. Just using up the paper here. And then I said, oh, I can fit some smaller ones. So I just got out my hole puncher. And maybe I'll put some of these around. Gotta have some bling bling. Gotta have some glitter. Something shiny. Like that. Oh, that kind of brings the whole page together, doesn't it? These are still drying, so while those are drying, I'll just go ahead and glue some of these bubbles down. Okay, it is done. I got my bling bling bubbles on there to kind of tie it all together. Not your traditional Halloween page, but that's okay. There are no rules, especially in a junk journal. Got some memories, got some happy mail from a friend, got some journaling, got some junk packaging here, book page, smashed it all together, and these are almost dry. This one looks dry. Popeye in the pocket. This one's still a little wet. That was the last one I did. This one just has journaling on it. Oh, and I added on, reminded me of Linda's Happy Mail. So there it is. My daily journaling in my Halloween journal. Thanks for coming along today. Happy junk journaling. Bye-bye now.